The death of Qui-Gon Jinn changed the galaxy forever. Qui-Gon should have been remembered as the hero who discovered the reemergence of the Sith, but instead, the Jedi Council buried the truth about how he died. But what really happened? After their victory on Naboo, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Queen Amidala returned to Coruscant. News began to spread across the Jedi Order that Qui-Gon Jinn had been slain by a Sith Lord on the planet. Because of this, the Jedi Council held an emergency meeting where Obi-Wan told the Council what happened on Naboo. The Council was stunned at this revelation, as they previously laughed at Qui-Gon when he came to them saying he was attacked by a Sith on Tatooine. Maul revealing himself on Naboo was the first time in over 1,000 years a Sith had revealed themselves to the public eye. The Jedi Council became terrified, as the last time the Sith were around in the galaxy, there were thousands of them. They believed the Sith wasn't working alone and there must be more Sith out there. Yoda stated there would only be two Sith, a master and an apprentice. With the return of the Sith upon them, the Jedi made a very controversial decision. They decided to keep the real reason for Qui-Gon's death a secret from the public, as they simply stated that Qui-Gon was killed on Naboo protecting Queen Amidala. What a great decision, right guys? The Jedi feared if word broke out that Qui-Gon was killed by a Sith, it would cause mass panic. As the last time the Sith were around, their war with the Jedi was one of the longest and deadliest in galactic history. There was one Jedi who was firmly against this decision, and that was none other than Qui-Gon's own master, Count Dooku. Dooku was enraged that the Jedi would keep the reason for Qui-Gon's death a secret, and he thought they were fools for not moving quicker to find and eliminate the second Sith Lord. Dooku also called out the Council for not listening to Qui-Gon's warning earlier, and if they listened to him, maybe he would be alive right now. This cover-up served as a final straw for Dooku, as he would leave the Order entirely, joining forces with the same Sith the Jedi were trying to find. Over the years, the Jedi did make an attempt to find the second Sith Lord, to no avail. To not raise any suspicion, the Jedi had to work in the shadows in their search, trying not to give off any signs that the Sith had indeed returned. Surprisingly enough, the Jedi told Chancellor Palpatine about the Sith Lord on Naboo, as they believed he could be trusted with this information. Palpatine learned what happened to Maul and was enraged that Maul let his guard down to gloat in his victory. The Jedi did even more damage control when it came to the Sith when the Clone Wars began. They refused to refer to Dooku as a Sith, but instead labeled him as a traitor to the Jedi Order. It was already a terrible look for the Jedi that one of their own was the figurehead for the Separatist army. But if the public found out that Dooku was a Sith, public perception around the Jedi would crumble even further than it already had. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think the Jedi Council made the right decision here? But speaking of Qui-Gon, I made a video about Qui-Gon's thoughts on Anakin becoming Darth Vader if you want to check that one out. It should be on your screen now. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.